and he said there was only one co-driver through the chase on their outlap, and it was Jason Richards, the late great Jason Richards, who finished on the podium here at the mountain before. The left rear tyre lifts up through the dip. It was old school action there.
The Sierra stuff,
that was cool. But yeah, so that's how committed a guy like Jason Richards was. On the outlap, flat through the chase. So a little recap. We are halfway through the opening practice session of 3 sessions that we'll see today. This one's open to all the drivers, and at the moment it's been mainly primary driver running, although we have seen Warren Luff out there for a quick stint. No one has dipped into the 6s just yet. It goes Slade, Caruso, Reynolds, Wink Cup, the top 4. All familiar names from last year. Behind them, it's Nick Percat, P5. Seems to really rise when he arrives at the mountain. Big name still not won the Bathurst 1000 in P9. That's P8 James Courtney, and your Sandown 500 winner on screen right now since P9. Jason Bright rounding out the top 10.
Here comes David Reynolds again. He's quickest to the first sector. And right, number 9.
I'm live streaming.
Across the top of the mountain now. To the second sector now for car 9. We pick up retro livery. These guys didn't run one. This is the way to Bathurst to produce this livery. We've had a big impact here. The man at the top of the session has crunched the wall here on the run down through the S's and into the dipper. This is not what Brad Jones Racing needs. This is the way now. The fact that it's gone in is going to bring out the first red flag of this weekend of any of our sessions. The Slade and Walsh number 14 car that looks like it was on an outlap too on our screens. Here it is across the top, 2 wheels on the inside. It's lost at the rear. Did his best, it's just got the wall, it's missed the tyre wall. How often have you seen that? It's a secondary impact on the left-hand side that's done all the damage. Now put a tyre wall a bit further down there on the right, through the dipper.
Decisions for Brad Jones and the crew. That was a heavy shunt, left rear end on the concrete. Tim moving around in the car, which is good news, trying to get his breath back. He's the fastest man in this session. Jones is driving with Percat this weekend, watching on. Like himself there, that's all the issue for him. Cars that go in on that kind of angle, Matt, can definitely take on chassis damage. Hopefully, the important parts of this car are okay and they can repair this, but they are going to have a huge Thursday ahead of them.
Again, as it comes in, it's 2 wheels up in the air, so it's carrying a lot of heat coming in. Lost on the wall, but bang on the left-hand side at real time.
And that's the kind of impact where you go, so thankful for this new leg protection systems that have been put in down there in these supercars. Great work from supercars to get that mandated in the field for Sandown. We saw it was very beneficial for Todd Hazelwood in his accident that he had at Sandown, and definitely beneficial there for Tim Slade, because
see there, can't you? Yeah. The shell car. So I can see in the canoe.
When Chaz Mostert had a relatively similar impact in his accident, it was his left leg that went over and hit the gear shifter, which is what did the damage to him. And in this scenario, with the new leg protection, that can't happen anymore in those accidents. So hopefully with Tim in that car just now, he should be hopefully protected by that new leg protection. That is a nasty, nasty way to start the weekend for Brad Jones, and the story just goes from bad to worse for that team. An injury cloud for one of their drivers, and now Cameron, an injury cloud for one of their cars.
Well, guys, let's put it down. Ash Walsh hasn't been in the car to determine whether his fitness is actually right either. That car won't be ready for his session.
He's driving like tow truck like he's bloody racing.
I'm wondering whether they'll be getting special.
No, he's trying to beat him.
Put him in another car to test that.
That's a very good call, Cam. To see if they might be able to plug him into the 21 or the APIS for a session. We do see on occasion drivers swapping in those practices, but typically you have to have entered in another car to be able to do that. You can't put your name down for multiple entries for those practice sessions. Here it is again. So ripping over Skyline, the right side tyres up in the air. The back end cracks away before the left-hander. Such a tricky part of the circuit, so fast. And he nearly gathered it back up. It was a huge effort from the young South Aussie, but that is the big impact. Left rear into the fence. And ripping all those door panels and the rear panels off. But it's definitely the chassis that's the question here.
This is very similar to McConville's crash in 2006. The Super Cheap car coming down. Look at the wheels coming across the top hill. You plunge down through Brock's Skyline. Keen photographer at the top there. He snapped that shot coming through.
Yeah.
Watch this. Once he gets down here.
Supercars officials to ask about the viability of a dispensation for Ash Walsh, and they said there is actually regulation to cover it as long as he's driving a vehicle of the same entrant. Now, the entrant is normally the vehicle owner or the team, obviously, that put it in there. Brad Jones Racing has multiple entries, therefore he should be okay, but he will need to seek permission from the stewards and race control before he does get to take the wheel of another car.
Nice work, Cam. Thanks for clarifying that. So they do have the opportunity for Ash to at least find out if he's going to be fit. But that was a nasty shot, and that is, dare I say, potentially enough to put them out for the race meeting. That is going to need a lot of work, that chassis.
You may think from the outside it doesn't look that bad. It's going to be internally when they pull these panels apart, and especially in the rear behind the C-pillar there, where all the impact is taken in.
I feel like we're up for another one of those Bathurst miracles, Matt. We've seen it on Thursday before. We saw Chaz Mostert in his Bathurst debut have a crash for the Greens Tough old school Nick Johnson team, and that car was back on the grid for race day. Are we going to see another Bathurst miracle at the mountain? Brad Jones. At Tasmania, and unfortunately excluded from the last race at Sandown, the first race. So a little snapshot there as to how Tim Slade's year is going, and I hope we don't add a DNS to that stat file, which is a did not start. Hopefully we can get that car fixed at Brad Jones Racing. But something a little bit exciting and new for us here on the Big Screen team, just to compare those stats across the year.